Peace, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Kush Convos, the podcast of the African diaspora. I'm your host, Ochanda, for season 2, along with my co-host, Wuriem. Wuriem, what the hell has happened?
Season 2. We here. I know a lot of people didn't think we were going to make it to season 2. But Ochanda, what we got going on, man?
Well, as you can see, it's me and Wuriem, and a lot of you that are watching are probably wondering what something's missing, and it's not Wuriem wearing glasses.
You know that bag different now. I got contacts.
But so we need to address, obviously, there was 3 of us, right?
Yeah.
And there still is 3 of us. We want to explain to the viewers and the listeners.
Well, you know, for our loyal viewers and our loyal fans that have been up with us, up to date with us since season 1, you guys know our third co-host, Kush G.O.D.
Yeah.
is a tremendous family man. So with Kush Convos, it's been a hectic year. You know, we've had a lot of things going on. And, you know, we always support any of our brothers taking care of their family. So our brother Kush God, you know, you might not see him here, but he's here in spirit with us. But he had to take a leave of time for his family. And we support that over here at Kush Convos. So that's our brother forever. There's no Kush Convos without him. And we wish him the best in every endeavor he does.
That's right. And, you know, for all of Kush fans, you're more than welcome to continue. We encourage you to continue to watch, encourage, and to continue to listen. And last but not least, Kush G.O.D., you know, when you listen and watch this, man, there's always a seat. Your seat. There's always your seat. We are never, ever, 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 ever looking at, you can't replace Kush G.O.D. You guys know that, right?
Because he stems from the origins. You know?
So, what has transpired, man, big dog? Besides, you know, it's now. So season 2 is now just me. Let's talk about me and you since season 2. Let's talk about you, man. Like, bro, you get more muscular. You been in the gym?
A little more weight on my shoulders now, you know. But it's just about being fit. You know, the pandemic taught us one thing. That's like, you got to take care of your health. You got to really be locked in to what you put into your body every day. I'm not a health guru, but I want to live to 1,000 years old.
Woo! So you said something about weight, right?
Yeah.
Is it a political weight that you've got?
This guy, man.
Let's get it in.
Before we get into that, let's start with this guy right here, matter of fact. I heard that you are the number 1 MC in the game, man. Is that true?
Number 1 MC in the game.
Yeah. How'd you become that?
Well, you know, for those that know me outside of these lenses,
like them Cartier lenses. His bag is different.
I've always, you know, I've grown up since high school, even maybe middle school, but for sure high school, I've been a hype man. Just at parties, you know, stopping the CD player. No, that you guys are like, what the heck is a CD player, right? But stopping the CD player, stopping the MP3 player. For those of you who don't know, we used to have iPods, and I used to stop that and just make an announcement or just get the crowd hype. So we threw an event, right?
Yes, sir.
April or May, one of those, spring of 2022 this year, our first ever Kush Convos hosted event. It was an after-hours event, right?
It was.
And I was the MC of that. So, and by the way, shout out to our DJs, H2S, man. You guys held it down. And shout out to Omaha Diversity Experience, Jubel.
Yes, sir. Julino.
Shout out to you guys. And the Omaha Diversity Experience team. And they really held it down for the after party.
Yes,
and
sir.
for those that were there, you guys already know. And we're going to be rolling these clips also of the after party. We got footage of our first ever after party. Went from 2 a.m. to 5?
It's too long. Too long for me. I'm getting old, man. I can't keep up with these guys.
And also, you know, what else is new? It's where we're in a new studio, right?
Yeah, I mean, y'all see the bag a little different.
The so shout out to Modus, man. We partnered with Modus for our studio. They're located on 17th and Howard here in downtown Omaha, Nebraska, the Metro. So thank you, Modus, and of course, you know, our new logo. Look at that Kushite blue, right?
Yeah.
Of course, we got the black. And this is shout out to our creative designer, Jubilino, right?
Yes, sir.
Omaha Diversity Experience
the
again.
hardest working man in Omaha.
Good God, man.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So that's how I became the #1 MC. And then throughout the summer, as you guys are watching, you guys are seeing clips of me hosting events, after parties, day parties, night parties, man. You know, and I also did MCing. I hosted a fundraiser for a Congolese woman, man. Shout out to Peter Karanja and Leah Karanja. And of course their church, Hanscom Methodist Church.
What they got coming up here for this?
Oh man, listen, we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Shout out to them for a food drive. We'll get to the description, maybe not during this episode, but there's a lot that has been going on. Let's talk about you, big dog. Political weight, right? Let's not run from that, man.
Yeah. It's been a transformational year for me personally.
Yeah.
I took a lot of losses.
Woo!
I took a lot of wins.
Yeah.
I lost my brother, my older brother. I lost my grandmother. I lost one of my closest friends.
Sorry, big dog.
You know, it's part of life, man. You know, it's part of life.
Yikes.
But the key to life is how you come back from those things. So, outside of those losses, I also have had a lot of
gains.
A lot of gains, man. That
like you're gains.
A lot of gains. You know, fortunately enough, this year I was nominated to be a part of the Omaha City Charter Convention.
Wait, whoa. Repeat that again. You were nominated for what now?
The Omaha City Charter Convention.
Uh-huh.
It takes place every 10 years. And it's a committee that's formed to allow citizens of all walks of life to help with the lawmaking process here in the state of Nebraska. It's particularly in Omaha. What goes on with that is that we go through the city charter, which is essentially the constitution of the city, and we propose changes that can benefit the city moving into the future, particularly the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the line. So it's a very important committee. And not only was I appointed to it, but I was vice chair of it. And this is the first time in Omaha's history that the South Sudanese has ever been a part of this committee.
First time in Nebraska state history.
First time.
That a South Sudanese has been elected to political position.
Yes. Or a public space.
Wow, but still though, in political position. Yeah. And who were you nominated by, big dog?
Councilwoman, District 2, Juanita Johnson.
Of North Omaha?
North Omaha.
Wow,
shout out to North
shout
Omaha.
out to Juanita Johnson, man.
Shout out to all the good people in North Omaha, West Omaha, South Omaha, East Omaha,
Bellevue, La Vista.
Papillion,
yeah.
Shout out to the whole Metro, Kush
And of
Boys,
course,
right?
Council Bluffs, man. You guys are on the other side.
Yeah.
So, with that city charter committee, you just weren't a member. You were another position. Is that correct?
Yes, I was
voted.
I was voted by my peers
to be
vice chair.
Vice chair of that committee.
Yeah.
So it was not only your first time, but your ethnic and nationality's first time at South Sudanese. Shout out to Kush Kingdom, South Sudan. Oh yeah.
You know.
But you were also voted amongst those peers, right? Those majority American, white American peers.
Yes.
I just want to let you guys know, amongst white American peers, not just a black man, but we're going to get deeper into it. You are a South Sudanese man, and you were voted by white peers to be the vice chair representing them?
Yes. I like to think Omaha.
Good God. Wow.
Yeah.
Yasai Almighty.
Yeah. I'm very privileged, man. I'm very privileged. Omaha's one of the only places in the city, in the whole country, actually, that something like this could even happen.
Why is that?
You know, as we've said in the first season, Omaha has the largest population of South Sudanese in the entire country. But that speaks for itself. But to be voted by your peers who aren't from South Sudan, that speaks even more volumes to how open Omaha can be.
Yeah.
Particularly to someone that has a plan and someone that has good leadership. So that was very encouraging for me. It was very encouraging for my community. I see a lot of people now are very active
in politics
in their city, in their state, which is very important.
Are we going to have some of those individuals on the show?
Whew, listen, season 2, man, I'm telling you, it'll be educational and hilarious, just like season 1 was. So.
Before we get into talk about what's to come for season 2, let's continue to talk about, let's catch everybody up. So we've also moved. Both of us have moved. We were roommates, right?
Yeah.
So we've also moved, not that anything has happened, right? But the lease ended. We're both grown, right?
Yeah.
And we both stay in where? What side of Omaha? We both stay in what side of Omaha?
Stay on the Norte. El Norte, man, the north side.
We stay in the north.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so you being promoted by a North Omaha council member, it only makes sense, right?
It does. We talk about bridging the gap, and the only way we can bridge this gap is by actively organizing ourselves and mobilizing ourselves to do that.
Yeah.
It sounds good on podcasts. It sounds good in tweets, but you gotta get on. You gotta get on your feet, man. Get on that pavement and really start touching people. I don't want to get in trouble for saying anything like that, man. I mean, when I say touching the people, I mean, connect with the people.
Politically and socially touching the people.
Yes, sir.
I got you. Speaking of touching, right? A lot of you guys have been at my events, our Kush Combos events, but the events that I MC, and a lot of you guys have been touching. For any of you guys that have met, right?
Yeah.
For any of you guys have met your now significant others from my events, please email us at the email link below, and let me know. You never know. Maybe I could give you free tickets to our next event. Speaking of that, there's been a lot of events that we've thrown over the summer, right?
Yeah.
A lot of events. We're gonna go ahead and roll those clips right now, man. A lot of those events. And what would you say was your biggest surprise for those events that we threw? Those day parties, night parties, after parties.
I really wouldn't say surprise. I mean, I guess we did our first event. It was our first event, so we weren't too sure about what the turnout was going to be. But our people, we don't like to pre-order tickets. So based on what our pre-order numbers were, we were expecting maybe a quarter of the people that actually showed up. The line was outside the door. We couldn't even get everybody in. We actually got, the authorities calling us because there were so many people outside trying to get in that, it was a disturbance for the neighborhood. So for me, I would say the biggest surprise to me was just, man, the reception that we got the first time we did this. It was, I don't want to say unexpected, but, to do a podcast, to get love on a podcast is different.
Yeah.
To throw events where people actually have to come and see and actually leave their house at 2 a.m. in the morning.
And that venue was Oxenfree, right?
Oxenfree. Shout out to Oxenfree.
Big ups to Oxenfree. That's on 16th and Farnham, pretty much, right next to the green room.
Yep.
And we also threw events at Primo's Restaurant.
Shout out to Primo's.
We also threw events at Aloft.
Yep.
Bro, the list keeps going.